I would do trips to London or like Paris, Spain, anywhere in Spain.
Ooh.
Good. Italy. I would just be walking around. Cutie, 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 cutie.
Yeah.
Here,
Slim pickings.
no pickings. There's no one. There's no eye candy on the streets.
Yeah. Howdy und servus, y'all, and welcome back to another episode of The Pod Abroad. My name is Paulina de los Santos, and for some context, I'm an American who has lived in Munich, Germany for the last 9 years. It's been a long time. Spent, the majority of my 20s here. But today, I just turned 30 recently, and today we are with a very special Gen Z girly, Heather.
Hello.
Yes. Heather and I met through our gym at 45. And I wanna set the scene of like my first impression of you.
Okay.
So Tim and I attended a class at 45, which is just like a HIIT training class, like a little bit of strength, a little bit of cardio. And at the end, you did like an incredible cool down session, and your aura was just shining, so warm. Like I felt so restored. We get in our car and we're on our way home. And I tell Tim, I was like, I wonder like if Heather's from the US. And I was like, cause like, I heard your accent and everything. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, I feel like she hasn't been here that long. I didn't even know you.
I'm pretty sure it was like one of my first official sessions.
Really?
Coaching.
Yeah. Well, it was great. And I told him, I think she probably hasn't been in Germany that long. And he's like, why? And I was like, cause she still has her shine. Which is sad. Like maybe that's like self-projecting, because maybe I feel like my light has like dimmed a little. But I was like, dang, like she was shining. And like she hasn't been like struck by like Germany.
Especially because it was winter time too.
Yeah.
And I feel like once it hits winter here, well, you guys know, it's like cloudy all the time. The sun goes down literally maybe 2 hours after you wake up. Not really, but like at 4 p.m. I mean, at like 6 p.m., it feels like it's 9 p.m., 10 p.m.
It's rough.
But I think, I was probably like 1 or 2 months in coming from DC.
Love so happy. That.
But I like to think I'm still, both of us aren't jaded.
No, I love that. No. Do you believe that I'm not jaded?
Not at all.
Oh, good. Good. I'm like in a phase of like trying to like regain my shine and like maintaining that. I think that's very important.
And it ebbs and flows.
Absolutely.
And that's totally fine.
Absolutely. So Heather, can you please give us your little elevator pitch about who you are and why you're here?
Hello, my name is Heather Kim. I'm from near Washington, D.C. I was born and raised there. My parents are from South Korea, so I am Korean American, very proud.
Yes.
안녕하세요, if there's any Korean people in the audience. But I came to Munich because I have family in Frankfurt that have moved to Frankfurt from like the 80s.
Wow.
My mom's aunt or sister, so my aunt. Her husband is also from Korea, but they moved to Germany for their jobs, and they started a family here. So my cousins were born in Frankfurt.
Wow.
So we would visit them. Me and my parents would visit them every other year since I was maybe six or 7.
Yeah.
If there's any. Have you heard that before?
I've seen it all over TikTok, girl, and like I'm not in. I don't know.
I didn't even mean to, but then now
I don't even know what it means. Is there something I need to like look into?
It's just like, do you remember during Vine when people were like 21?
Yeah.
For like literally no reason.
Yeah.
It's like
6,
that.
7.
It's like the younger generation just needed something like that. So anytime anyone says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So when I was 6 or 7 years old, we started visiting them, and I just fell in love with Germany. It's like, this is so cool. And I've always been really into sustainability as well. And it's just seeing the stark contrast between how Germans care about their environment versus in the States. Very, very different. So I just fell in love, and I've always had this dream of living in Germany and going to school here. And so now I'm making it happen. I'm in Munich not in Frankfurt, because I really like the business program that I'm in right now. And I just like the city in general.
I love it.
That is why I'm here.
Yes, thanks a lot. Yeah, so today we're going to get into all about your life, where you're from, kind of digging into business school. your day-to-day here in Munich. I want to hear all about it. And just a little bit of like cultural differences and all of that good stuff.
Let's do it.
Yeah. So taking it back, can you tell me a little bit about where you grew up and like about DC? Because like, I mean, we're both American. So it's funny because like I guess if a German were to meet us, it's like, oh, they're both American. But like I'm from Texas, DC, different coasts, different lifestyle. How was it?
100%. No people just outside of the States, understandably, generalize all Americans. They say, oh, like you guys think this way. You guys do this. You guys do. Yeah. And I'm like, no, I think you're underestimating how the differences between East Coast, West Coast, Northeast, Southeast, all of this.
We're a diverse nation.
We are. And we have our own cultures and traditions and ways of thinking and being, all of that. So in the DC area, I was born in the suburbs. So like 40 minutes away from DC, maybe with car, 30, 40. I am very grateful and very blessed to have grown up in the area that I have grown up in. Very, very safe, actually. Very safe, good schooling. We were talking about this earlier. Food was really good because we're very diverse. We're pretty diverse there. Indian food, Ethiopian food, really good French food, Thai
typically
food.
Made from immigrants from those countries.
And really authentic.
I love
Filipino food, really good Mexican, really good Peruvian food. I can go on. And I really miss that when I'm here because it's not as diverse. Yeah. Like we were saying earlier, if I look for a Thai restaurant and I go there, it says Thai, Vietnamese, and Chinese. And I'm like, okay, so what what are y'all? Yeah. What are you guys good at? Because it's different. Yeah. Like it's not all the same flavors.
Absolutely.
So that is something else that I miss. But just growing up, I'm really grateful. It is quite a bubble where I grew up. And the biggest difference probably from where you grew up is what everyone's parents do. So because I live so close to DC, all my friends' parents work for the government or government contracting. So it's very normal when people ask, oh, what do your parents do? And they say, oh, we can't say.
Oh, ooh.
Like that's confident.
Yeah.
Or they just don't know. The kids don't know what their parents do because it's,
So when you hear that, it's just like, oh, okay.
It's just normal here. Yeah. But then when people hear that here, they're like, what do you mean? They immediately think like it's like FBI stuff, which isn't always the case at all.
Yeah. Sometimes it's just confidential.
It's confidential.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say that's a big difference.
And what like made you pull the trigger to actually moving? Like when did the spark go off in your mind that you were like, you know what? I think I'm going to do this.
When I was 7 years old. I literally had this plan. I kid you not. I just loved Germany so much, and the culture of people actually caring about their health and their well-being long term. And I really liked how everyone biked so much. Yeah. Well, and honestly, to the German viewers, it's probably like, well, yeah, that's just a way of life.
That's how it is.
But it's not. It's so different in the States where I grew up, where this was something that was so inspiring to me. So, and also another big thing was the tuition.
Ooh, that's for sure.
Because the tuition in the States, like even with a scholarship, and I had a lot of scholarship offers too.
Yep.
I would be paying maybe 4 times more with the scholarships.
And crazy.
I don't want to put my parents through that. I don't want to be in debt either. Yeah. And here, the schooling's great. Even though I go to a private school, it's still a fraction of what any in-state tuition would have been in the States too.
And what's the name of your school here in Munich?
Munich Business School.
Shout out.
Yeah. Run me my check.
Yeah. I love that you were exposed so young to that. You know what I mean? Because like I didn't come here until I was moving for my master's. I had never been to the country. And I was like, oh, I think it's going to be good. But and everything was new then. But I didn't know like all of these things that you knew from a young age. Like, so exposure is everything.
Well, what did you... Okay, actually, this is also what I meant to say. Like the smaller things, like I would see my aunt and uncle get up in the morning and just walk to the bakery next door and get fresh bread. Like that was something that I was like, wait, that's really cute. Yes. That's really cute. But what made you choose Munich then if you've never been to Germany?
Free tuition.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went to the Technical University of Munich. And like for me, I was just like, okay, badass. You're telling me I don't have to get into more debt. I can be in Europe for 2 years, living my best life. Like traveling around. And like I don't have to accumulate like a lot of debt for that.
What made you choose Munich in specific?
The program particularly, but I really came in ignorantly. Oh, I didn't know. Like, I'm glad. I always say, like, I'm really glad. Yeah. I always say, like, I'm really glad I didn't end up, like, in some random dorf and think, like, that was, like, all of Germany. Mm-hmm. Thank God, like, I randomly chose this city because I love it. I love Munich so much. I'm, like, Munich's biggest fan. But, yeah, kind of just, like, luck of, like, the program and kind of ignorance of, like, I was like, let's see.
I don't think it was ignorance. I think you felt called to.
Yeah. Yeah. That's like a nicer way of saying it.
You met your partner here. Like, everything happens for a reason.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I want to get now into a bit of like real life in Munich.
Okay.
And you are 22 years old. I was saying earlier, love that Gen Z energy. And I say that like, I feel like I'm an elder millennial being 30. It's just a different time. Cause like I see you on Instagram, Heather, and like you're out, you go out, like you live your life. What is first off, we'll say a typical week, Monday through Friday for you here as a business student.
Okay. So Monday through Friday, if you know me in real life, I really am always like so busy.
Yeah.
Like my calendar is stacked. Like I have to time block or else I will like actually go insane. But I like being busy. Ich bin immer beschäftigt. And that's the way I like it. But Monday through Friday, so right now it's a little different because now we've entered exam season.
Yeah.
So we don't have our classes. It's just studying and then taking your exam. But during the actual semester, we would have 2 or 3 classes a day, each being maybe 90 minutes.
Yeah.
But I also work as a personal trainer in the area. So I would go to work, either coach a few classes before or after. And then if not that, I take workout classes. I go to dinner with friends. And I really have grown fond of how the school, like how would you say, the education culture here?
Yeah.
Because there's no busy work. At first, it took a lot of adjusting to because in the States.
Oh, we have a lot of that, right?
We have a lot of well, I call it busy work now, but a lot of assignments throughout the semester where you get graded on.
Oh, yeah.
And I because that's all I was used to. That's what I enjoyed because by the end of the semester, you would kind of know your grade. Because you've had so many,
many
chances. Done graded on so many different things. So the final exam is just the cherry on top, or it didn't mean so much. But here, it's like literally like all your entire grade for the class is a final exam. So at first, that was really stressful to me because I really liked knowing my grade beforehand. But now, it's just so freeing because if I actually just go to class and just take notes, understand it, I don't have to spend hours doing homework after class. I can do coach classes. I can get dinner with friends.
Yeah.
And it teaches you how to manage your time better.
Absolutely. Do many of your classes just have like one final exam?
Yeah, most of it's just one final exam, or also a lot of it is a lot of group presentations.
Okay.
Which I really enjoy.
I'm a fan of that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I studied here in Munich, I was kind of stressed with the one exam sometimes.
Right? It's so much pressure.
It's a lot.
But then once you kind of feel it out, you're like,
groove.
Okay, I can I'm not gonna fail everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like if you do, like it's not gonna cost you an arm and a leg.
Yes.
You fail a class in the US and you're like, no, I have to pay thousands of dollars more.
Like 10,000.
Yeah. Like that just cost me 10 grand.
Like this is not even an exaggeration.
Yeah. No, seriously. So like, there's less stakes.
Yeah.
If one does fail, I mean, not that one wants to, but yeah, it's a bit more forgiving in that sense for sure. And then what's a weekend like for you?
The weekend, hopefully that sigh wasn't puff of air in their ears.
No.
Weekends, I also like to work on weekends too and coach.
Yeah.
Which I do a lot of coaching then. I really enjoy coaching. because I'm so passionate about fitness and working out and how much it does for your confidence, how much it's beneficial, not even just for your body, but just your mind. Yeah. So I really enjoy just like getting up and doing that. And then also love going out with friends as well. I will say the nightlife in Germany, oh my gosh.
Compared to
Low-key,
life in
the
DC?
Worst that I've seen. Ooh. But
I love that. I love that take.
However, my opinion has recently changed from this past weekend.
Okay.
So
do tell.
Since all of my friends here, most of my friends here are from international, since I go to International Business School.
Yeah.
They're not from Munich, so they don't know the Munich places where the locals go.
Yeah.
So when we would go out, we would just go to like Pacha, P1, 089.
I've heard of these places.
It would just be house music, but not even, I like house music, but not even house music that I like. It would just be techno, like no lyrics. And I'm like, it's this.
Yeah.
So then finally, last weekend, this guy I was talking to introduced me to this other place. I'm not going to say it. I am going to gatekeep it.
Okay.
But finally, a place where I could like actually dance. Ooh. They were playing Rihanna. They were playing everything. Ooh. Everything was with lyrics. The DJs were good. The guys were actually cute. This is another thing that we're going to get into.
Ooh, we will. Y'all, if you really want to know where Heather went, then you just send her a DM. And get to know
and
her.
Then you could, if you just follow me on Instagram, like
what's
you
your
will
Insta?
See. Yeah, it's what would Heather do.
Love that.
And I post like all the time. I genuinely love sharing my life because I'm just so grateful for the life that I have, and I'm literally living the dreams that I've had since I was 7 years old. Oh, genuinely, so I love sharing it. I just love inspiring other people to live their life the best possible way. My motto is like, you can do it all.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to just do it.
I love that. I love it so much. What would you have to say to people? Because like coming from a German, like that might think, but what? Like the US is so much fun. You know, sometimes Germans like romanticize the US as well. Yes. I mean, maybe not as much now.
Well, that's what I would think.
Yeah,
that's
but you'd be surprised.
Thought,
but you meet some people right that are like, why? Because you just told me that you're out here living your dream life, like living it up. But some Germans might think like, but what? Like, seriously? What about where you come from? So like, give me more about that.
100%. Especially the kids that I go to school with, they're like, why?
But you're from the US.
Yeah, why? Like, don't you want to
be in New York?
Don't you want to be like in a sorority and like with frat life and like the US college? They romanticize US like college life so much because they've just seen it in movies.
Yeah, I mean, it is a little romantic. It is fun. It is fun.
But I always tell them, I was like, it gets old real quick, y'all. Like the frat party, it really ain't all that. And I'm really lucky to say that I did get to experience it because I took 2 gap years after high school to like run my own businesses, get some work experience.
Incredible.
And so I would visit my friends. They would go to big schools, in-state schools in Virginia, and I got the whole US college party frat life out of my system.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it's really not. To me, what's cool is living in Europe, living the European life, being able to travel all over Europe. That's what's cool to me.
Yeah.
So yeah, but people really do. And kids would be like, did you ride the yellow school bus to school?
That's so funny.
Yellow school bus. And I'm like,
yeah.
Yeah.
For like, I don't know, for school trips and stuff.
Yeah.
That was so funny. I also didn't know when I first got here that like that's not a thing here,
right?
Or that it's so like hee that's so cool.
That's so American.
And here in Munich, like people can like rent a party bus. It's like an American school bus, and they love that. Have you seen them?
Really?
Oh, have you seen them?
I think I saw it once, maybe.
And
I was like, what is?
Oh, like they rent them out, and then people are like so excited that they're on a yellow American school bus, and I'm like, y'all, that's just like an average public school in the U.S. Like that is not like cute and romantic and fun.
That's hilarious
for us. But for them, it's like, oh, hee.
Well, I am honestly, being here does make me more patriotic too, honestly, because I'm like, wow, our media is so powerful. Or because most of the movies they watch and the music they listen to is from the States.
Absolutely, yeah.
So they do think it's really, really cool.
True.
And it is. But to us, it's so normal.
Yeah.
But it's cool to see like what they think is cool versus what we think is cool. And we were talking about this earlier when I asked people, what's your favorite cuisine? I've heard so many Germans say that their favorite cuisine is Mexican.
Yeah.
Like, where are you even? I'm
getting
maybe,
good Mexican food. Good? Yeah.
But they love it. And the places that they want to travel to is all South America.
Yeah.
Which in the States, if you would ask anyone, they're like, oh, I would love to see Europe. Yeah. I would love to see Asia. No one really says South America because it's already so close.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting to see and hear about the differences of what people think is
the amount
exotic.
Of Germans. Yeah, the amount of Germans that I've met who speak Spanish, because they're like, oh, like I took a gap year in Guatemala, like, or I was like in Paraguay for 2 years volunteering, and like they're fluent.
Yeah.
It's impressive.
Yeah.
The people like here with like their multiple languages. Did you grow up speaking Korean? Really cool.
Yeah, Korean was my first language.
Really?
And then I just picked up on English in preschool. Wow. I came home from preschool one day. My dad tells me this story all the time, and I just started singing Itsy Bitsy Spider. Which I don't know if there's like a German equivalent of that there.
That was it.
And
let us know.
It's like, itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out.
Yeah. Yes. And
that was me.
I love that. Oh. And you still remember to this day.
Of course.
You're like the iconic person. I just came out singing in English.
Literally.
Full force.
Full force. And
Aww.
This is my English now.
Yeah.
I'd say it's pretty good.
No, I love it. And how's the German going here?
Ich will besser machen.
Love that.
Aber at my school, they only offer to the first semester A1. And I've taken German since 7th grade.
What?
So I already know pretty much everything in A1. And so I told them.
So 7th grade, you were like, I'm still living out my 7-year-old dream. Like,
well, let me not say too much, because what if the school is like, you got to take this down. You can't be saying this. But basically, okay, I just want more advanced. I want to advance it more.
Yeah.
And there isn't much opportunity.
Yeah.
Which I can also do it through an external school or course or whatever. But that's still...
time and money.
Exactly. Time and money. So I just practice whenever I can.
I love that. I think that's really important, because I have also taken so many classes, and like, quite honestly, I mean, I guess they're helpful up to a certain level. I just finished the B2 course recently, and honestly, I sometimes like felt it was like the blind leading the blind, because like they're like, have a little conversation with your partner, and I'm like, we're both non-native speakers.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Sometimes like when you're at the same level, like neither can correct one another.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's not the way. Like, I need to be immersed with native speakers.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is hard, right?
Which
like
is
when
hard
you're
in
international, it is. It's hard here.
Everyone, speaks English here.
You'd be surprised.
Well,
like,
not everyone, obviously, but
yeah, but like, yeah, people are so surprised when I'm like, oh, I don't speak so much German on a daily. And that's just the nature of like my life, that like I studied in English, I worked in English full time at 2 different companies. Like, I speak English with my partner here.
Yeah, and like you said, Munich is so international.
It is.
So people from all over the place. So of course they're going to use English, because that's what most people speak.
Absolutely. Yeah. What does a stable, calm, peaceful day look like for you? Because you say you're a very busy girl. How do you spend your downtime?
My downtime?
You're like, what is that?
Okay. Yeah, like, what is that?
Downtime?
I need to pat myself on the back, because I have actually gotten a lot better in able to allowing myself to relax.
Yeah.
So I've noticed the 2 gap years that I took, and even before that, I always felt so unsure, so much stress and weight on my shoulders, because I kind of felt unsure. Am I going down the right path? Am I making the best use out of my time? Like, I always felt like I've always had to have everything figured out in that moment.
Even like at 18 when you were in your gap
14.
Year. Wow.
And I think it also kind of stems from being an only child and wanting to, if there's any only children, Einzelkind in the audience, maybe you could relate. It's just the feeling of, because your parents only had one kid, you want to kind of fill in all the roles. You want to be the funny one, the smart one, the athletic one,
make them
proud in all aspects, and excel in everything that you can, which is good. But then also it puts a lot of pressure, and that kind of continued on, especially with the gap year, because it was different from what everyone was doing. In the States, it's so it's no one really takes a gap year.
You're like the first person person I've met who's done that, like in the US.
Well, yeah.
It's beautiful.
In Europe, like
Everyone
it's
does.
so normal
It's so normal
to just take a break, figure out what you want to do, which I really appreciate.
It's so normal here.
But yeah, all my friends went straight into college, and so usually that wouldn't really faze me because I've always been pretty secure in myself too. But inevitably, like, of course, sometimes I would feel like, did I make the right choice? So I would always feel stressed, and even when I would have time with my friends or time to relax, I'd be like, oh no, but am I not? Am I like making best use of my time? But basically, I have really learned to compartmentalize and acknowledge that no, during this time, during the semester, I'm working hard on my studies, I'm doing this. So during the breaks, I can relax and it's okay.
Yeah.
So that was a big like growing moment that I felt for me to be able to relax, which sounds so, it can sound so like, well, yeah, duh, like it's not that hard to relax.
But with like an American grind mentality, sometimes
now,
like, it's hard to do so, right?
Yeah, but my relaxing, I'll tell you some of my favorite things I do to relax, maybe when I come home from work or whatever I'm doing. I love lighting a candle. I love having a clean space and just lighting a candle and maybe cooking a nice meal for myself or something else that's really relaxing to me.
Yeah.
And some of you guys are going to roll your eyes, but genuinely like getting in a good workout.
Ooh.
Like having time to do a good workout for myself.
Yeah.
Like that means a lot to me too. And just and I'm going to be real, sometimes just doom scrolling on TikTok, like just watching YouTube videos.
And not feeling bad about it.
You
know, being like, you know what? I don't do this often.
Yeah.
Why can't I?
You know, and I do it every night actually.
Ooh.
I doom scroll every night.
I love that.
It's a little break, even though now there's studies saying that it's not a break and it actually like overstimulates you more.
Yeah.
But whatever. I just need to like literally doom.
I'm sometimes honestly team doom scroll to an extent. I mean, it depends. If it's like 4 hours, like that's rough.
Right.
But like if it's like a little half hour, like I honestly feel you. Like I really sometimes need that. I'm like, that's my little release. Like some people like watch TV, which is probably a slower pace. But like, you know, we all have our little vices, right?
Yeah, and also I love solo traveling.
Ooh.
Which isn't relaxing because again, I still have the problem of not being able to fully. I used to always be so type A.
Yeah.
Now I'm figuring out, I think life is all about balance. I am figuring out how to balance being type A, type B.
Yeah.
But I love solo traveling. That really, yes, it's not physically and mentally relaxing, but it's rejuvenating for me. I come back feeling richer.
Ooh.
Obviously not like monetarily, literally the opposite of monetarily, but like
quite literally the opposite. But they say
in all different ways.
They say that travel is the only thing that you spend money on that makes you richer.
And exactly.
I love that. You come back like with all this like wisdom, knowledge of like another culture, well fed, rested, 100%. Hopefully. Yeah. Oh, I love that.
And just more confident in myself and my abilities.
Where's like the best place that you've been to?
Barcelona.
Ooh, that was quick. That was quick.
Yeah. I so feel this way. I just feel so alive there. Like I feel like I'm like meant to be there.
Ooh.
And it sounds so cheesy, but I genuinely like, I don't know what it is. The vibes.
Yeah.
It's the vibes. And when I say that, when people ask me this and I say this, people are so either Madrid or Barcelona.
Yeah, true.
It's so polarizing.
I'm a Madrid girly. Ooh.
Yeah, and then that's fine. And I did not like Madrid.
I loved Madrid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So to each their own.
Yeah.
But I loved Barcelona. And I really wanted to do my study abroad there. And I might do it somewhere else. But I think it's just a great place to just.
What do you mean your study abroad? So you're going to do a semester abroad? Like from this program abroad?
It has to.
I love it.
That's what
you're
I
already
really
abroad,
liked about
girl.
this program. I know, right? I'm like.
I love it.
I'm already doing it. Yeah. That's why I also chose Munich and the school that's here because within the program, it's embedded. You have to study abroad for a semester and you have to do internships in Germany or in Europe.
Yeah.
And that's what I really liked because a lot of schools, from my experience from the States, study abroad is optional.
Yeah. On one hand, like I think though, like, I mean, yeah, Barcelona is incredible, but like, wow, like, coming from Munich, sometimes it's like not that hard to like be attracted to like Spain, right? Like it's like the bar is set kind of low with like the vibes here in Munich. Like I mean, not that the vibes are like crazy low, but like the Spanish just have an energy to them that like that does not compare to Munich.
Yeah.
Obviously, like they're very different, of course, like even geographic wise, like culture wise.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I was gonna say, it's like not hard for like the vibes of Barcelona to kind of beat Munich.
Barcelona.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I love
and the
it.
Spanish there, when I went to Spain for the first time, the Spanish there really caught me off guard. Because it kind of sounds like they have a lisp.
Corazón.
Like gracias.
Yeah.
Because we're used to hearing very, you know, South American Spanish. It's more clear, which again, in South America, like there's so many different dialects and accents, but generally like it's so much more clear.
Yes.
And I didn't expect such a big difference in their accents.
And they speak fast sometimes.
They do speak fast.
I'm just like,
Rápido, muy rápido.
Yeah. Ooh, your pronunciation is 10 out of 10.
Gracias or gracias, depending on where I am.
Yeah. One day I hope you can live out your Barcelona dream.
I'm sure I will.
Yeah, look at your jacket. You can be like a cheetah girl.
Yeah.
I love it. Did you ever see the cheetah girls?
Of course.
Like you're like,
of course,
have
girl.
I?
Yes.
When they're in the park, and they're like singing, like having their bit.
Yes.
That's like, it's an iconic moment, right? And like, I feel like that's like, I mean, that is Barcelona. It embodies like the vibes.
Yeah.
And I love it. And like classical guitar.
And I love the architecture there.
Yeah.
Like you said, Park Güell, Gaudi's work. Yeah. It's so cool and different.
Beautiful. Funky. Yeah. Eclectic.
Like there you go. Exactly. And I love how it's a beach and a city.
True. Best of both worlds.
Best of both worlds.
That is true.
And the people there and the men there. It's beautiful.
Ooh,
beautiful.
You're like those Spanish men.
Yeah. Good views all around.
You're like, we'll keep it at that. Yeah. Want to jump now into your life at business school, kind of the reality of that, and ask you first off, like, what surprised you the most about business school here? Maybe from like what you might have assumed and the reality of it.
Yeah, I don't want to be too redundant, but the grading system, and the grading scale, because you know we have A's, B's. Here it's 1.0 is the best.
Is the best.
Which when I was doing my CV for the German companies, I used to have in my CV that my GPA was like 4.3. Yeah. But then when I was making it for German, I was like, maybe I should just not put that in. Because it looks like it's
really bad.
Really bad.
Which in the US, that's really good.
It's the opposite. Yeah. But so that was something that was really different.
Yeah. What's harder than you thought?
What's harder than I thought about school-wise? Yeah. I would say nothing much harder. I would say it's easier.
Ooh. Yeah. How so?
Now, honestly, now it's easier because now I kind of know what to expect now that I'm in the second semester. Yeah. But in the first semester, what was really hard was the pressure of having just one exam and that being your only grade for that class. That's what was really hard.
Figured it out.
Yeah.
When was your first semester then, in the summer?
It was from January to May.
Oh, so it started like in the new year.
Yeah.
Ah, interesting.
Or February to May. Something
interesting. Like that. And like how many years is the program?
2 or 3, because the program also has a study abroad and the internship. Yeah. Which that's part of the semesters. So yeah, I should be graduated around 2027.
Exciting. What do you think about like how's the student vibes there versus in the US? Because you know, like in the US we have our teams and school pride and commercialization of it all. How does that compare to business school here in Munich?
I came into it already having an understanding of that there really isn't that much of a student life, especially compared to what we see in the States. Yeah. So, you know, you have your friend group, you meet your friends, but it's not like you said, like people don't have football games to go to or like hockey games, basketball games, no school spirit really, which I'm okay with since, again, I experienced that all throughout my high school, middle school, and visiting my friends. Yeah. But that is, you know, and that now that I think of it, I do understand why the German kids or people in Europe are really fantasize and romanticize American school culture. Because, yeah, it is really cool to have school spirit like that.
Yeah, it is. It's different. But it comes at a cost.
Yes, a really big cost. It does. As long as you are able to make a community for yourself and just meet the people that you align with, I think it's fine. But definitely it's important to have a life outside of school here.
Yeah, absolutely.
In the States, it's easy to have school be your entire life. And that's totally fine. Either way is totally fine. But here, there's not much else
to hold on to.
Exactly.
True. I agree completely. Yeah, you have to kind of forge that life outside to like hold on to an identity. Yeah. Versus like, because like if you're trying to hold on to your school for an identity, like there's not much to that here.
And you know what? In the States, sometimes it's a bit too much. They have a lot. Some people have a lot of school pride.
Girl, I have like pajama bottoms from my university.
Where did you
like,
go?
Dang, Texas A&M University, Aggies.
My friend goes there.
Gig 'em. Yeah. I literally I was lost in the sauce of consumerism. Your girl
honestly,
got PJs.
If you're paying that much to go, you should be proud.
Yes, no, for sure. It was a special time, and like I loved my university time here, but like also having studied here in Munich, like damn,
so different.
It's so different. But I agree, like it's important to kind of like make your life outside of it because of the fact that like we don't have that pride here in that same sense.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, and one of my best friends here, we did start a debate club.
Ooh.
Which we do try to use that to also meet people in the school. And another thing, in the States, I don't know if this is just because it's private or if public schools here do this too, they don't really mix semesters. You stay with your semester, your track.
Yeah,
you stay cohort. With your cohort the entire time. But in the States, when you go to college, even in high school, there's different grades and being mixed up. So you don't really, even though my school has a pretty big class.
Yeah, class size.
Not student body, but
graduating class
students,
size?
Yeah,
or just like the student body,
we don't know each other because we just only stick with our track.
Yeah.
But is that how it is in like TUM?
Yeah. It was very much so.
I guess it's just like
we all entered together and we were all graduating around the same time together.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's how it was. Where are your friends from?
Here?
Yeah.
We have some people from Turkey, Kazakhstan, Finland, China, where else? Albania, Romania, Hungary,
everywhere.
Bosnia, Croatia, Spain,
gotta love
everywhere, France, and that's what I really like about the program too.
Yeah, exposure
everywhere. Yeah.
Are there a good amount of Germans as well, or would you say it's like heavy on the international side?
Heavy on the international. Germans maybe. So there's two tracks. There's a German track and English track.
Yeah.
In the same semester, but the German track, it's all in German. English track, In total, out of all of us, maybe 30% is German from Germany, maybe 20%, and the rest everywhere else. But I'm the only American, which I was really surprised.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Do you ever feel like you're kind of like a representative then? Like it's a little like UN?
You know what?
People are like, Heather, what's it like in the US? And like suddenly like you're holding the weight of the whole country and like someone's impression of our country is like dependent on what you say. Yeah,
that's what literally, that's why I said earlier too, like I always preface, guys, from where I grew up, like my experience can be so different from anyone else's from the country. So yeah, I do feel it. And I just saw I just sent my friend a TikTok.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to be too inappropriate. I don't know what
go for
age
it.
Group
no, go for it. Like there's no censorship on this.
My friend is also doing a study abroad she's from my hometown.
Yeah.
Doing a study abroad in Rome. And she was like, okay, the Roman men here, like Italian men, like we know. She was like, I feel like I'm literally like representing America.
Ooh.
Like I feel like I'm a diplomat when I like
when
go
she's
out
like
with dates on guys or
men.
Like up. Yeah. Which she's only done once.
Yeah.
She was like, yeah, I felt like I was literally representing our entire country.
I love that. I love that. Hopefully she did like
I'm sure she
made
did
a good impression.
Yes.
No, so true. I find that so funny. Like in that sense of like, yeah, you know,
they
when I
really
first moved
generalize.
here, they do. And you know what though? When I first moved to Munich, I was like, oh, in the US, it's like this. And then I was clocked by my Californian friend. She was like, no. And I was like, oh, true though. I'm from Texas. And I've only ever lived in Texas. Like, how can I be like, I mean, obviously there's many commonalities between you and I that we grew up with, like Kool-Aid and Lunchables and and so forth. Thanksgiving, things like that. But like we still do have our differences. And it's so funny. I mean, I understand generalizations because like you have to kind of at some point
have somewhat of an understanding.
But I do have that little disclaimer that I'm like, y'all, like I have only ever lived in Texas and here in Munich. And like once I was saying like for Thanksgiving, I was like, oh yeah, the mac and cheese, the cornbread. And my friend was like, what? Like, no, we don't have that. They have like their little kale salad in California. And I'm like, oh, for Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Like, yeah. But I was like, okay, no, we have very different Thanksgivings, girl. Yeah. Just cultural differences even among us.
Yeah. Because the development of America, it's a new country.
Yeah.
Like new.
We're fresh.
The United States in itself is new.
Yes.
Because, I mean, how the East Coast came about with the colonies or whatever.
Yeah.
It's very different than how the
New Wave California
West Coast developed. So it's so different.
Absolutely.
Kale salad, interesting. I love kale salad, but yeah.
On the topic now of being American, I wanted to kind of pivot into like the concept of being an American in Germany in general and ask you, like, do people immediately clock you like when they first meet you when the Germans? And if so, like, what are their impressions?
Good question. I'm trying to think, do they clock me immediately?
Or do they think like, oh no, you're from maybe Korea? And you're like, I'm American.
You know, I don't think people really clock me for either.
Ooh.
I think they're kind of like curious.
Yeah.
Kind of how you were too.
Yeah.
Because we're so international here in Munich.
Yes.
It's like where she could be from anywhere.
Yeah.
Because people are from everywhere here.
Canada.
Exactly. A lot. Some people like guess that I'm Thai or Filipino because I am tanner.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they clock me as American. Most of the times, even when I like teach classes, I will address it.
Yeah.
Just kind of as a background for myself. But no one has really like come up and asked, "Are you from the States?" Which I ask a lot of people.
Where are you from?
Especially when I hear an American accent, I'll ask them, "Are you from the States?" Because sometimes it's nice to speak to a fellow American while you're here for so long.
Yeah.
I genuinely, my pronunciation of English words starts becoming German accents. And I would be on the phone with my friends from the States, and I'd be like, genau, and they're like, what? I'm like, oh,
hey,
right.
That's so funny. Or you're like, I'm going back to my flat. Ciao.
Yeah. Ciao.
Ciao, ciao.
Yeah. Like the other day, I couldn't think of the word punctual. Like I could only think of pünktlich.
Ooh.
I couldn't think of punctual.
And that's on integration.
Right. This is what I needed.
I love that. I love that for you. That's so funny. Like Danglish.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good thing though. For sure. What do like when people find out that you're American, do they have any assumptions?
Okay. Yes. Okay. Yes. Another thing here is it's not. I feel like you would agree. Mm-hmm. Let's hear your experience afterwards. But I feel like Germans, it's not taboo to talk about politics.
That's true. No, that's so true.
Right? Because in the States, it's very taboo. You don't ask someone their political opinion.
And I wouldn't want to know in Texas with like Trumpers. Like, and if we have to work together, like let's not. Let me just like you for you. Let's not. Especially if we're gonna have to freaking work together for 8 hours in a day or on a project or whatever. I'm like, please do not. Just don't go there because like I have to be speaking with you all day. Like, whereas in like literally my last 2 jobs here, they're out and open about it. But I will say, like, I mean, the people that I've met here are so liberal that like, I don't know, they're like chill about like expressing that.
For me, I am not as political as I used to be too. as I used to be. It's hard not to be coming from DC.
Yeah.
Everyone's in politics.
Yeah. I mean, it means something different from you.
I just think it's so way too polarizing, and I think people just put each other in boxes. Oh, just because you're conservative or you're more liberal, you're immediately this, and that. Yeah. When that's most of the times that's not the case at all. Like, just because you side with one side doesn't mean immediately you can just assign all these things to them and their personality. Yeah. So again, like you said, hard. I'd rather not know. Like, you could have your own beliefs until it starts messing with like our relationship and you start maybe messing with other people. I don't want to know. But yeah, here people would immediately ask, so what do you think about Trump?
Oh,
you like Trump? You like Trump?
True. We're like, we would never say that in the workplace or like at school.
No, but people would like, as soon as they find out that I'm American, that's their first question. And I think that's odd. But to them, I guess it's not taboo to speak about politics. It's just like
they're excited.
A conversation.
Oh, they're excited to ask it. I've gotten that so many times. Right? And I'm just like, oh, it's 9 a.m.
Right? Like, we don't have to get into this right now.
It's 9 a.m. Like, I really don't have like the energy to like, I don't know, give them what they want.
Well, maybe because here it's not as polarizing, because if you, I don't know, is it when someone is
like supporting
a certain party? Yeah. Does it immediately like destroy some relationships?
Could be. For the AfD?
For the AfD, maybe. But maybe not for the other parties as much. So maybe that's why it's not as taboo to speak about it. Because in the States, if you speak about it and someone is very opposite on the spectrums, it could literally derail relationships.
Oh, yeah.
Which I don't like that about our politics. But that is how it is.
Yeah. Especially now. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, but you're right. If we were to flip it, and like as an American, just like go up to Germans and be like, oh, like what do you think of like Alice Weidel, like the leader of like, huh? Like we don't do that. We don't do that. We don't do that.
Because it would literally start.
Like true. Like we would never flip it, but we get that all the time.
And they're not very taboo about speaking about money either.
Oh yeah, that too.
They'll just be like, oh, what do you make? What did you charge? I'm like,
or like, where do you get your money from? Like I'm like, oh.
I didn't know we were this close already.
I've literally gotten comments on this podcast saying like, how do you make a living? Like, how are you paying your bills?
People swipe up on my stories and they're like, what do you do? Like, what do you do is fine. But my friend's little brother, he was like, Heather, like, we all know you have a sugar daddy.
Oh.
And I was like, no, I don't. No. I don't. Maybe if anyone's like offering. No, I'm kidding. But
if they're looking for companionship.
I don't.
They have a yacht.
I made my money. I got my bag. I made it and I make it right now. Y'all ain't got to worry about that.
I love that. You're like, y'all, yeah.
And I have to shout out my parents too. Aww. I really do. I'm really blessed and grateful for their support.
What are your parents' names?
For me being here. Me, that's my mom's name, Me. And my dad's name is Kevin. His American name is Kevin.
Shout out me and Kevin for raising Heather with all of these like work, like the values that you have in your work ethic, and for being here.
And they're supporting my education here.
Beautiful.
And they've always been so adamant about supporting financially, especially financially supporting my education.
That's incredible.
After high school. And that's another reason why I really wanted to come here, because I didn't want to burden them with, I kid you not, guys, like this tuition in the States, also in-state tuition is cheaper. So whatever state you live in or was born in, the schools there are cheaper, but it's still like maybe $50K a year.
Truly.
$30K a semester, so $60K a year.
God.
I have a cousin, she goes to NYU, it's $80K a year.
Oh. That's like taking a massive bet on yourself. Like,
so times 4.
Oof.
When you graduate.
Yeah. It's like not in my cards. Yeah.
I'd rather not.
And I'm glad you're here. And like really you said, living your best life.
Yeah.
Without those, like incurring those costs.
Yeah.
Truly.
Yeah.
What a beautiful thing. I want to get into now a little on German men and dating.
Okay, so this is where the rage bait begins.
Yeah.
This is where the rage bait begins, because she told me that most of the audience here is from Germany.
Yeah. They are. Tell me, how's your experience? Have you gone on some dates here in Munich?
Yes.
What has been the general consensus of dating German men so far? Crickets. You're like, let me be wise. Let me be wise with my words.
Not my favorite at all. I don't think I'm gonna marry a German man. But I've also gotten to a point where I really only go on dates maybe when I'm solo traveling just to meet people.
Yeah.
I actually don't really go on dates in Germany because the free time that I do have, I'd rather spend it with my friends and develop those relationships. Also, the German men here, just going out in general, they are so, because Germans are pretty progressive in their mentality. Not a bad thing at all. But when it comes to dating, it doesn't align with my dating values.
Yeah.
Because personally, I think the guy should come up and the guy should offer maybe to get you a drink and say something nice. That's
a little courting.
Exactly. But here, it ain't like that. They're genuinely I feel like they're genuinely scared to come up because they don't want to offend the woman, which I understand too, but not my style.
Yeah.
But there is a pro to this. I have noticed in Germany, especially in Munich, there isn't as much catcalling because there's this culture.
Yeah, less harassment in the
less
club.
harassment in the well, some of my friends have not had some weird stories, but in general, I've noticed much more respectful.
Yeah.
But sometimes too respectful. Come up and say something.
Oh, that girl.
Because in Italy, they will catcall you at any second that they can get.
Yeah.
But then also the men there, when they do take you on dates, they order you Uber, the whole shebang. They really court you, and they know how to be.
But it's kind of love bombing.
Gentleman.
A little bit, right? With the Italians, love bombing.
And that's okay because for me, I'm like, okay, yeah. Because I'll just be ciao, ciao.
Yeah. Ciao. I'm back to Munich.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, I was on the apps for years here. It was wildly underwhelming. It was very underwhelming. And the few times that I'd go out, because I'm not a big club person, but when I would go out a few times with my friends, I found that, they were so shy. The guys were so shy.
Right.
Especially coming from Texas where guys in Texas are almost obnoxiously forward with you. They see you, you're looking cute with your drinks and your girls, and they'd come up and be like, "You want to dance? Can I get you a drink?"
No one comes up here.
No. And look at you. No one comes up to you. Come on.
No, and it's not, they're just, and you know what? That's okay. At first, I was a little disappointed. Okay, also, this is another rage bait. People are going to be like, how dare she speak on Germans like this? The German guys just aren't my type.
Ooh, that's fair.
At all.
That's fair.
I would, because I would do trips to London or Paris, Spain, anywhere in Spain.
Ooh.
Good. Italy, I would just be walking around. Cutie, 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 cutie.
Yeah.
Here?
Slim pickings.
No pickings. There's no one. There's no eye candy on the streets.
Yeah.
For my type, personally. But just but you know what? That's okay because it helps me focus on what I'm here for. School, my career.
Love that.
And different types of relationships other than romantic.
Love that.
So it's totally fine.
That's beautiful.
And I've made peace with it.
That's beautiful. So what guy is your type? We're going to manifest here a little.
Okay.
And to say actually, if you were studying for the whole 2-3 years in Spain, maybe you wouldn't have been focused
That's what I'm saying.
as much. Maybe everything happens for a reason.
And it's not like I want to be married right now. Yeah. So it's totally
Girl,
fine.
you're
and
22.
I don't even want to be married, and I don't even want a boyfriend at all right now. Actually, before I came to Germany, I ended a really long-term relationship.
Wow.
And it was time to end it. So it was totally fine. All the best, all love, all the best luck to him. But I for the first time in my life, maybe one of the first times in my life, I've really been able to decenter men.
Wow.
Because growing up, middle school, high school, like as a girl, you're like, oh, I want a boyfriend. I want a boyfriend, blah, blah, blah. Always like wanting male validation. I
want to dress this way because like he'll think I look cute.
And that's just a part of growing up as a teenage girl. Like it's normal. I don't blame myself for it or I shame myself for it either. Yeah. But now I'm genuinely feeling such a difference in like, I don't care to appease or do anything for the male gaze at all, or like it doesn't matter to me at all, and I'm not looking for romantic anything
or for validation.
Nothing. Like just leave. Actually, like leave me alone. Like
I love that.
I genuinely think like at this time of my life, and I tell my friends this too. I'm like, this is the time because your energy is so valuable, and I'm blanking on the word. So not crucial. So your energy is so valuable right now. It's like money. Would you just waste money on stuff that you don't care about? No. So why would I waste my energy on dating a man when I could be using that energy to pick up another skill, make more friends, study, maybe work, things like this. Like, and I think our energy is so valuable right now. It's time to develop ourselves. And the husband that I want in the future, I literally don't want to get married till I'm like 30, 32, 33, 34, 35. Like genuinely. Because this is my time. Yeah. This is my time to grow. And the husband that I want to be there with him. Oh, yeah. To attract the person that I want, I need to be that person as well. So I need to invest my time and energy into that. So I don't want to be waking up saying, good morning, good morning. Like, let me just wake up and start my day. Yeah.
Man, Heather, you are like wise beyond your years, girl.
Thank you.
With your wisdom. I want to kind of finish up now with a little segment on confidence and hot girl energy. Because if y'all see Heather's Instagram, like you are like the it girl, hot girl on Instagram. I love it. Yeah. I love your photos. I'm just like, damn, like you exude confidence and energy. And I wanted to ask you, like, what makes you feel most confident?
Thank you for those kind words. That was so sweet. Actually, this was I call it my sermon. Like I have my messages. I teach this specific class called Deep Stretch, or sometimes it's called like Good Night Stretch at her space. And it's basically just a relaxing class. It's at 8:40 p.m. So it's very relaxing. And every week I have a different message. And my message this week was actually, it's always surrounding this topic that you just asked. Yeah. But it's about choosing. If you want something, choose it. If you want to be confident, choose to be confident. Not everyone's born with it, and that's okay. Some people are born with it, and that's great. But if you want to become a confident person, make the choices that will make you become that, such as maybe make the choice to sign up for an early morning class to something that you maybe are nervous about. Go and do it, because after it, you're going to feel so much more confident. Yeah. Things like this, choosing. And growing up, I think I was a really confident kid. But, you go through things during middle school and high school, and things happen, and you get jaded sometimes from this, and that's completely normal and fine. And so maybe that you lose a little bit of that confidence, it comes back, blah, 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 blah. But I've really grown to appreciate my own self-talk. Yeah. I will always, something that makes me feel really confident is the way I speak to myself. And immediately when I clock negativity towards myself, I clock it. And I say, would I say that to my friend? Would I say that to my mom? Anyone that I love? If I think anything bad about myself, any doubt about myself, I'm like, wait, why am I speaking this way to myself? Don't ever disrespect yourself. Tell yourself, like, being my own cheerleader. Oh, yeah. I think that, and working out. Like that's really, and I touched on this earlier, but that's really why I love coaching.
Moving your body.
Because you are deliberately showing yourself and challenging yourself and showing yourself that you can do hard things. That is the definition of confidence to me, is trust in yourself. You make a promise that you're going to go to this workout and you do it. That's how you build confidence. And so thank you for saying that. I do think I'm a confident person too. And I hope to spread it. That's why I love coaching. And that's also why I love sharing my life on social media, like I said.
Yeah.
Because I think everyone deserves to feel confident. Everyone deserves to feel secure in themselves. Everyone deserves to feel like they're more than enough. Because they are. Inherently, that you are. You can do anything that you want. Just choose.
I love it. I love it. And, I'm going to take those words with me, Heather, because I see your IG. I see how you carry yourself. And I'm just like, how are you 22 years old, like with all of this incredible wisdom and confidence? And it's like, I think it's something that we can all take with us.
Thank you.
It's beautiful.
Thanks for having me on here. This was so much fun.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, I'm so glad you enjoyed it. Thank
we could
you.
keep going. For hours.
We could do a whole second hour. Girl, you can come back whenever you want.
Okay, part 2.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much for sharing a bit of your life today, Heather. I learned a lot of new stuff about you as well.
Having me.
And yeah, if you guys have made it to the end, thank you so much for watching. If you were inspired by Heather, please leave a comment down below and let her know. Wish her all the best for her exams coming up this season.
Thank you. Yes.
Follow her on Instagram. And until next week, thanks a lot.
Bye. Thanks for watching.
The Pod Abroad's video, audio, and music is produced and edited by Tim Teherne. Make sure to give us a follow and leave a comment if you like this episode.